Terms apply.
Good morning.
Welcome to the morning show.
Yeah.
The Big Show with Glenn and Angel on Kiss 92.
Good morning.
Sometimes getting out of bed in the morning is a lot to deal with all at once.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to the Big Show Tuesday's edition. That's why we have with us, wow, I wish I could have Dr. Geraldine Tan in the studio every week, huh?
Me too.
Look at her glowing under our spotlight. Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room.
Good morning.
We
Good
put the
morning.
spotlight there just for you this morning. Because you're special.
Oh,
You're glowing, huh?
She is
yeah, I
glowing.
think it's
You just came back from Phuket or what?
no.
Oh, Thailand?
I just came from home.
Okay. But your last holiday, did you go under the sun? I feel like you've got a little bit of a tan.
I
What?
tan very easily, so maybe when I just walk into the sun, I will get tan.
Your face
you're
looks more
fair.
tan than your arms.
Okay, enough about the tan and this and that. Yeah, exactly. Completely pointless. Let's talk about dressing up because you look beautiful today, but we're
Thank
not
you.
talking about that.
That's what I
kind of
meant.
dressing up.
You do look
Everyone
beautiful.
Nice today. But we are talking about dopamine dressing. So there's this trending topic. Actually, it's not really trending. It's about like a couple of years already, and this dopamine dressing, mood dressing.
Mood dressing. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, dopamine is such a big word, right? But dopamine is a neurotransmitter. It's the feel-good part of the brain, and you dress so that it uplifts your mood.
Okay, but if you say mood dressing, I can also dress to. If I'm sad, I can dress sad as well.
Just wear black.
No, like black or like completely covered cap. You know, I don't want to be
So
seen.
the whole idea about dopamine dressing is to feel good.
Is to dress up. Okay.
Is to
All right.
dress.
Nobody wants to feel bad.
No.
Everybody wants to feel good.
Okay.
Not really. So actually, I picked that up because you know the teens nowadays they wear shorts. They wear this big oversized tees.
You can't see anything.
with-
Yeah.
Nice. I like
with
that.
Big pants, and I go like.
Oh, no, I don't like the big
They're
pants.
completely swimming in their clothes, I
Yes.
feel.
No, I like the
Yes,
tiny,
yes.
tiny denim shorts.
Those are out already. No more.
Oh.
They're no longer in. Yeah.
Okay.
Replaced with big pants. So big pants, big shirts on top
Yes.
of that,
Yes.
cap, and then on
Yes.
top of that they put a hoodie on top.
Oh,
What?
maybe not. Singapore's too hot.
No,
for
but I've
that.
seen them.
Yes.
But,
Okay.
But that's so, I mean, what is that? That's not sexy.
Oh, and it's
We're
not about
talking
sexy.
about
We're not talking about sexy.
We're talking about uplifting your mood.
Wait, but don't we all feel the same? It's like the less we wear, the sexier
No.
we feel. No?
No, absolutely not. I think that only works for you.
Wrong conversation.
In your universe, in your head.
He may be right, but we are talking about uplifting your mood, not to create a sexy, sultry mood, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glenn's like, but uplifting my mood is a sexy, sultry mood.
Yes, exactly.
It could be you wearing your singlets,
Ew.
you know, and
And
shaving
feeling
your
and feeling good.
armpits.
Oh my god.
So if I wear my singlet, I'll feel good. But if I realize I did not shave my armpits, then oh
feel
man,
awful.
I should not have worn
Yeah.
my tank
Okay.
top.
That
Yeah.
is true. That is true. So
Okay.
that's a downer, right?
All right. Let's talk a little bit more to Gerry about dopamine dressing on the Big Show TV. Meantime, here's Gracie Abrams. That's So True on Kiss 92.
I could go and read your mind. Think about your
Okay.
Yes, so dopamine dressing, there is color psychology in there, there's self-perception.
Wow.
And a lot of times we talk about like dress up so that you can improve your learning, improve your motivation, improve your focus. So that's quite interesting. So, you know, remember COVID, where people were working from home and they had early morning meetings. So what do? They have their laptops in their room and then they roll out of bed in their PJs and go on to the meeting in their PJs.
Oh, did people really wear their pajamas? I thought they were just like putting proper shirts on and then wearing PJ bottoms. Like business on top and party on the bottom kind of thing.
Some of them do that.
Yeah.
But we do know, and we had to go into organizations to remind them to please at least wash your face,
Oh.
brush your teeth, change out of your sleepwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it has that different mindset. You don't transit into work mode, and you're not very focused. Everybody feels a little bit lethargic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Everyone thinking the end of the world is near. At that time, really. When we
Yeah.
were trying to figure COVID out, right?
Yeah.
It's like, what is this?
What an awful time, it almost seems like a dream now.
it does. It
You
does.
know, like it didn't happen, but it did for a lot of people.
Yeah, but the repercussions or the remnants of it still are still happening, right? So if we talk about dopamine dressing and we want them to be a little bit more focused, then it really is get out of bed, change,
Have a shower.
even put on some lip gloss.
Yes.
Right?
Brush
It
your
helps
hair,
you-
like,
yeah,
yeah.
It helps you to focus.
Yeah.
And gets you into the mood. So when the students, same thing. When we want them to focus, they don't roll around on the PJs on their bed trying to study. Nothing goes in, right?
Yeah.
So we remind them, please get out of bed, dress up, do something that helps you to focus. So today we're talking about dressing up.
And
Okay.
anyway, no one wears PJs anymore these days. I know when Gerry
Sleepwear.
says PJs, what she means is whatever
Sleepwear,
they're using,
yes.
which is nothing sometimes.
Sometimes, yes, it is as well. That would be your birthday suit. See, it always goes back to that. When you don't even try.
I know.
It's hard.
Okay.
It's hard.
We still love
No,
you,
I think I
Ben.
can tell everyone
you
what
can
I
speak for
what I
yourself.
wear to bed. Since I'm not going to leave it to your imagination. Yeah, I wear boxer trunks.
We don't imagine.
with a tank top. That's it.
I thought you sleep naked.
Sometimes when I come home a bit drunk, I just jump into bed.
But I've read somewhere that actually, okay, I know it's completely off topic, that sleeping naked actually extends your life. So if you want to live longer, don't buy pajamas.
I need to be in the mood, and I'm sure
Yeah.
you guys as well.
Yes, of course,
Sometimes
yeah.
you're in the mood to sleep, without any clothes on, but most of the time, it gets too cold.
Yeah.
Does it make
Yeah.
you happy?
Yes, of course.
Okay, as long as it makes you happy.
As long as it makes you happy, that's probably why it extends the mood. Extends the life.
The life, longevity. Okay.
We should all do things that make us happy.
Of course, of course. Okay, so more about dressing for to uplift your mood.
Yes. So I mean, we all know that we want to dress to impress. We want to. So in the past, for the females, there was the power suit and jackets. You don't see females wearing that, much anymore.
Yeah.
With that big puffy. I don't
Oh
know.
no, those are 70s. But they made a comeback.
Shoulder
The
pads.
Shoulder pads.
Shoulder
They've
pads.
made a comeback. They're back
Really?
already. Yeah,
oh
they're
my
back.
gosh. Okay.
But I just want to say something just before
Yeah,
we go any
yeah,
further,
yeah.
right? So you're talking about dopamine dressing. I remember maybe during my mom's time,
Yep,
because
yep.
she used to love dressing up as well.
Yes.
And I'm sure this applies to the other moms who are tuned in as well. At that time, right, they, if they were to put on a little bit of weight and they weren't able to fit their clothes, they would always be like,
Really upset.
they would be really upset, So what I mean here is when we talk about dopamine dressing, are we also talking about people who, for people who are who let's say they put on weight and they can't really fit well into their clothes, how would dopamine dressing apply to them?
So wearing clothes that are comfortable.
That
so
fit.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't wear something that is so uncomfortable, that is so tight, too loose. So it doesn't fit the body at all, right? And you won't feel good about yourself. You won't feel good about your body. Yeah. So I remember in secondary school, I'm not sure whether parents still do that, but my parents used to buy uniform that is slightly larger.
Of course, so you can grow
and
into
then
it.
you grow into it.
Yeah.
But when you're a teen, you want it to fit because you want to look
Yeah.
good in
And
school.
all the
right?
secondary one girls, poor thing, they all look like they're floating in their outfits.
But during my time, baggy was in for a few years.
if baggy is in, then then they might feel good.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're going for a traffic update. Angel's fault.
92 traffic.
On the BKE towards the PIE, after the SLE exit, avoid the rightmost lane. An accident has been spotted. Also on the SLE towards the CTE, a broken down vehicle right after the BKE entrance. Spot anything else? Let us know. 8855 0920.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We're talking dopamine dressing with Dr. Geraldine Tan today. Good morning, Gerry.
Good morning.
So we were talking about clothes,
Yes.
like Glenn was saying, back in the day when his mom would get dressed and if she couldn't fit into something, they would start to get very upset because, something that would mean they put on weight.
Yes.
Or that would mean their body has changed in some way. But does that still happen, or is that something we should let ourselves get upset with?
Yeah.
As in, you shouldn't fit the clothes should fit you.
How can we help? The
Yeah,
people
people
who
that
are
feel that
tuned in
way.
who are a little fatty.
I think if you know that you've put on weight and you are unhealthy, I think that health is most important, right? And if, let's say, that gets your mood down, and we want to uplift your mood, yes, you can use your clothes to help you rather than use your clothes to bring your mood down. Yeah, so I think that one is a little bit tricky because we're talking about putting on weight. So we're talking about
different topic.
Yeah, we were talking about like averagely, all of us, if we want to motivate ourselves, if we want to really focus. So, for the guys, when they wear a tie versus when they don't wear a tie, when they wear a jacket and they don't wear a jacket, how do you feel differently? When you go up on stage, for example, right? So the doctor with the stethoscope and without the stethoscope, with the lab coat and without the lab coat, and how would they present themselves differently?
Even a pair of shoes can change your mood.
Yeah.
Right? Like a
Yep.
pair of sandals versus a pair of dress shoes versus
Yes.
sneakers makes
Yes.
you walk different.
Yes. And I noticed Angel. So if anybody noticed how she walks in her gowns,
Yeah.
oh my god,
I love it.
I
She
love
must
it
be feeling
too.
freedom under the gown. You know what I mean? It's like
go there?
no, because compared to
Commando.
the best, right? The best.
Oh my god. I'm never wearing a gown in front of you ever again. This is what he's thinking.
What I'm saying is comfort is so important. Like when us guys are in our suits, like I've got so many suits, right? But I feel like my suits are a little too regular cut, and so when I'm hosting a dinner and dance event, I'm on stage and I'm running around the stage playing games with people. My movements are restricted.
Yep.
So I was thinking I'm gonna make new suits.
Okay.
For 2025.
That can move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't have to fit.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be so sleek.
And the
I wanna
material
go,
could be slightly different as well.
I want to go with a little bit of a more relaxed feel.
Yeah, and I think lots of people are doing that. So that's also changing with the mood because when you're restricted,
Yeah.
then you feel like you can't
Yep.
be yourself.
Yeah,
you know?
especially the
Yep.
crotch area. It's like after you
really
you
have
raise
to
your
go
leg,
there.
and then you feel like you got
you gotta
tummy ache
raise
after
your
that.
leg like tofu.
Thanks, Angel. You know what I mean?
Welcome.
As male hosts on stage, we're jumping up and down, and
Why are you jumping up and down on stage?
to make up for our female co-hosts who
Who
can
don't.
just stand there looking beautiful, not needing to move too much.
Yes, this is true as well.
Okay, all right. Let's continue to talk to Gerry on The Big Show TV. It's 8:19.
Kiss 92 Time Check.
So you know how you're talking about your school uniform when you were in school saying baggy was in, right? So Matthew said same for his time. Baggy was in for comfort. In fact, those who wore tight uniforms had a bad rep. And I think it's true because I went to a co-ed school in
Okay.
secondary school, and you see some guys with like, I'm talking about the guys, maybe also the girls, but some of the guys actually had what looked like they had tailored their pants to kind of have that tight fit, and those were usually the guys who had a reputation, a bad reputation.
Okay.
Yeah, the tighter fit ones. That's
Right.
what he was. That's what Matthew was saying, and I.
They all
can
wanted to look like
associate-
rockers. That's why maybe.
and they all got their pants tightened, their shirts tightened,
Yep,
to make
yep,
sure
yep,
that
yep,
everything
yep.
fit nicely.
But
Well, luckily not my time. then.
No. Not your time.
But it's really nice, that we're talking about it. So besides, changing our mood, it's also self-perception. It's about the mindset, right? So a lot of people, I think during a period of time, they have vintage clothes where people would want to wear the clothes from a certain era.
Yeah.
Clothes
so-
of the dead.
No,
Clothes of the what?
The dead. Vintage clothes. Surely the person who
not necessarily.
No?
No. She's talking clothes of a certain era.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Not
see.
always.
Not second-hand clothes.
It could be.
It could be, yeah,
But usually vintage clothes. You know what I mean? It's like
No, but it's also how you see yourself, and there's a story to tell behind the clothes. So when you're talking about the tailored uniforms,
Yeah.
there's a story to tell which is really nice. I think I actually wanted to bring Ancina today, but she can't make it, and she wears wearable art. She converts art pieces into wearable to clothes. But so what I love about her clothes is behind every piece, almost every piece, there is a story behind it. So I'm wearing one of her pieces called Eagle's Wings, if you all can see.
I like the jumpsuit
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I
Very
knew
nice.
I knew it was, I was thinking, at first, the wings of Saint Michael the Archangel.
So it is the eagle's wing. There is a Christian reference.
Okay.
there. And a few years
That
ago,
your youth will be renewed like that of the eagle.
no,
That's
no,
also-
no. Her health will be renewed because she was stricken with a very peculiar
she?
illness, Ancina.
Oh, she was
The
right.
designer
Okay.
herself was
Okay.
stricken with, a particular weird illness that she couldn't move, she couldn't eat, she lost a lot of weight, and no doctors could actually help her or figure out what was wrong with her. So there was spiritual, prayers. Her friends came in, family came in, the community came in, and then she was very inspired to do the pieces.
Is she still unwell?
No.
She's fine.
She's
Okay.
fine now.
Did they find out what it was?
No.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, but with a lot of strength from everyone, and she then put it onto her clothes, into her design.
Very nice.
And her clothes are most of the time they have a lot of color. So I don't wear a lot of color. I usually go in my blacks, navy blues, whites, and then
Monotones, yeah.
very muted colors.
Yeah.
The pieces that have color are usually from her.
I like this.
collection.
The blue suits you
You look
very
very
nicely.
attractive to
yeah.
me this
Thank you.
morning. Why, Angel? Why? You know.
No, it's the Everton blue.
Yes.
I know.
The
It's
royal
his
blue.
favorite
The
color.
royal-
And you've got the gold and the white there as well,
Yeah,
which
very
was
nice.
our jersey back in 1985.
The
I will-
associations he made.
Yeah.
I will Google and I will show you what I mean.
Okay.
You look like a walking
Okay.
Evertonian, apparently. Yes, you'll fit right in.
Okay, the next time we go to a match, Everton is
wearing that.
I'll wear it. yeah, but it tells a story. So sometimes when you're feeling down and you have a piece in your wardrobe
That makes you feel good.
that has a story behind, that only you know. Wear it. It's okay. You
Yeah.
know, because that is your comfort. That is your confidence.
Could it be someone
And it
else's clothes?
It could be.
Like
Like a
that's
nice
in your
white shirt.
cupboard.
Yes, it could be.
That'll make you happy. Oh, you must wear it now.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
okay. You can't just like look at it.
But you can look at it as well. No, or are you talking about
No,
wearing,
so you
dressing?
wear-
She's talking about
yes,
dressing.
Dopamine
Okay.
dressing is about you wearing it. So I have, a grieving mother who has lost her child, to suicide, and she has her son's sweater. So she actually
see.
initially, to find comfort,
She wore
would
it.
wear the sweater. Yeah, and it feels like a hug to her. Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah. So that really comforts. So it comforts, it lifts your mood. It doesn't need to be 100% positive. It can help you to feel more relaxed.
Because that sounds a bit bittersweet, right? I mean,
Yes.
that she's wearing that. It
Yes.
makes her comforted, but it doesn't make her happy.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But would that be and not just talking about this particular
Mother.
mom that you're talking about? Like in general, I'm just digressing a little bit. So for someone who is who has lost someone, let's say, is it? Would you advise them, to actually do that, to Because you know what?
Seek comfort.
Sometimes you just want to try and forget it, right? You want to move on. But let's say if we have all these things that remind us of the person, is that a healthy thing
to hold on to?
to hold on to? Yeah.
Right. It's not dysfunctional. So as long as it doesn't go into the obsession, wallowing in that
Hoarding.
whole,
Yeah.
yeah.
So for someone who's listening to us right now and
Right.
who may be going through a hard time in that area, they've just lost a family member or a
Yep.
friend.
Yep.
And feeling really sad, maybe almost depressive, because they have things that remind them of this
Yes.
person.
Yes.
How should they manage this?
It could be a simple label pin. So I had a client who lost a mom, and her mom used to have this beautiful pin, brooch actually, and so she wore it for a few months. On whatever outfit she was wearing, in memory of the mom, but it also kept, how she described it is, I keep mom close to my heart. Yeah, I like how she put it. Yeah. And that's
Tattoo
fine.
something.
There are
Some people
Yeah,
do,
they
yeah.
do.
Some
so
people
you
do,
wear
yeah.
a tattoo. You don't just tattoo it onto your
It's
skin.
worn,
it's
yeah.
worn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going for another Angel traffic
Interruption.
update.
Angel interruption.
For good reason.
Skyscraper, like a skyscraper.
Kiss 92 traffic.
A situation on the SLE. In fact, three situations on the SLE. The first is towards the BKE after Upper Thompson Road's exit. An accident has been reported. The next is still on the SLE towards the CTE before the Mandai Avenue exit. Avoid lane 4. Vehicles broken down. Finally, still on the SLE towards the CTE after Upper Thompson Road's exit. A vehicle has broken down as well as an accident spotted. So if you see anything else or know any updates on those situations, you can WhatsApp us 8855 0920.
Good morning and welcome back to the Tuesday edition of The Big Show, Therapy Tuesday with Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. If you need to speak to someone, you want to go and see a professional, I highly recommend the therapy room.
Yeah, we also
Thank
want to say
you.
good morning to everyone that's watching us on Facebook and YouTube. We have Sandra and Mol and Rose, as well as Adam and Matthew
Rose, I
and
love you.
Michael and Rosemary,
Rosemary.
and Kent. So many people. Good morning.
Thank you so much.
Good morning. Yes. Hopefully you're wearing something that makes you feel comfortable.
And good.
Which in turn makes you
Yes.
feel happy, right? Most of the time.
So how happy are we
Uplifted.
talking about? Because we're talking about dopamine here.
You
Like
know,
elated.
How much dopamine?
just uplifted in we are looking at your movements being a little bit more precise, or your focus, you're a lot more focused, you're a lot more motivated, so we are looking at that.
You're walking into the room like a supermodel.
Can dopamine be
True.
measured?
Oh, I don't know, are there machines out there that measure?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know.
You're the psychologist. I mean, can we? Is
The
there? is there
neuropsychologist will be doing it.
so there, because I'm sure if there are
I'm sure there is.
lower levels of depression and then
Yes.
more intense levels of
Correct.
depression, there should be
Correct.
lower levels of dopamine. Just a little bit of dopamine, then a lot of dopamine.
Yeah, so the lower dopamine would affect would bring about like conditions like Parkinson's, ADHD. So there is
Oh.
a decrease in dopamine.
Oh,
level.
decrease.
Yeah.
Wow, okay,
So
okay.
it can cause disorders. So there is like dopamine dressing for ADHD.
Is it decrease of dopamine or lack of dopamine?
Like
Oh.
so there's a lowered level of
Okay,
dopamine in
okay.
the brain.
Wow.
So,
okay.
so in order for us to have healthy levels of dopamine, we just need to do things that make us happy. Because there are no foods that will
I think there
enhance
are.
our
I'm sure
There
there
are.
are. Yeah,
because if
yeah.
you eat something that you like, your dopamine level goes up because you're happy.
Yeah, yeah.
If you see,
And then I'll also be very fat.
this is true.
Because
but-
ice cream is my favorite.
But dopamine is also when you see lots of likes on your Facebook or Instagram page. That's also dopamine. It triggers dopamine in the
Feel good.
mind. It's a feel-good hormone.
So say nice things to your friends.
Yes.
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 Okay.
Be nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I got nothing nice to
Exactly.
say. Don't say it.
Yes. That's true as well.
But we talked about like dopamine dressing for ADHD. So things that help them to be a little bit more focused, something that they can wear. So
Like
that
what?
they feel so we were talking about simple things like if I wear a tie, I feel a little bit more
Authoritative,
present. Yes,
yeah.
authoritative. And then I can focus on my presentation, I don't lose focus. So something that you can wear or carry with you. Yeah.
Goes back to that song and that statement, "Dress for success."
Yes.
Because
Did
if
you
you
say sex?
Yeah.
I was about to talk about sex as well.
I did not say sex. I said success.
You said
Glenn,
success.
you only hear what you want to hear. Success.
Okay. That'll raise dopamine levels as well.
Dopamine dressing for autism because the autistic person can be very sensitive to texture.
Okay.
Yeah, so when they dress for comfort, that helps them to decrease their irritability, aggression. Yeah, so it enhances their dopamine. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's continue to talk to Gerry on the Big Show TV.
This is brand new. Here's a tune that's
My perfect timing as always.
I know. So what is the opposite of dopamine?
Oh,
Is there an opposite of dopamine? So it's a happy hormone. What's the sad hormone?
so your colors can bring you down also. So the
Yeah.
darker colors, the heavier fabrics, the more structured and can bring your mood down. So it can decrease your dopamine level. The mindset also. So earlier we talked about self-perception and how you see yourself in the clothes. So many people love to wear black. And so I still love to wear black, thinking that it makes me look smaller and slimmer. But
You have to disappear.
You don't need it.
but there is a difference between I choose to wear black or I can only wear black. Yeah. So one would be, I can only wear black. I look ugly in anything
colours.
else.
You know what I just discovered? I
Yeah.
just discovered that I actually look okay, well, according to some people, in white. Like, I always wear black t-shirts,
Yes.
right?
You
But-
look nice in white.
But someone just told me recently, like, hey, you know what? You should wear more white
White,
t-shirts
yes.
because
Yes.
it suits you. I'm like, oh,
Yes.
okay then. I shall
Yeah.
buy more white
Yes.
t-shirts.
So black actually is the absence of color. If you
So is white.
the white allows the spectrum of colors to
yeah,
radiate
to
out
radiate, yeah.
from you. So there is also a difference when you wear black versus you wear white.
Yes.
Yeah. So you see many people when they wear white is very bright. It's very shiny white.
I love white.
White is nice.
White
huh?
is nice, yeah. It's so hard to keep clean, but white is nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
I'm like extra careful when I go to a restaurant and I'm wearing white.
But you
yes.
see, so for moments like that, I mean, you wear white because you love white. I love
Yeah.
wearing all white.
Yeah.
But then you go to a restaurant or you go anywhere and you're like, I can't sit. You know what I mean? Like, say you go to the beach and people love wearing white at the beach, right? You can't sit on the bench, you can't sit on the beach. Then it ends up
Yeah.
not being dopamine, right?
It's a choice
Yeah,
that you've
exactly.
It's like so uncomfortable.
Yeah, like that night. That night, I was at the BYD dinner. I was
Yeah.
telling you guys, right? And I spilled a glass of red wine on myself.
On your
this exact.
white?
Oh no, not this pair of jeans. I've washed my
Thank
jeans
goodness
already.
he wasn't wearing white.
Yeah. So yeah, thank goodness I wasn't wearing white. I was telling the guys at the table, I had forgotten to take my jacket along with me. I wanted to put a jacket on during the dinner, and my jacket was beige in color.
Oh,
If I had that jacket on, and that was like a $700 jacket,
Gone.
it would have been gone 100%. But yeah, I mean, luckily I was wearing everything dark. It was dark colors.
But you say that's a choice.
Yeah, but,
it is a choice,
You know,
though.
apart from that inconvenience,
Yeah.
right? You know, the rest of the time you hold your head
Yeah.
high. You know, you're moving with a lot of
Very
like,
differently.
confidence.
Yeah.
So that counts. You see, the little bit of inconvenience where I cannot sit here. I need to choose where I need to sit in order to not dirty my clothes. That's fine.
Hey, that means
Right.
all the ministers, the PAP members, they're feeling
They should
stressed out
really
all the
change
time.
their color, man. It's like
We
all
gotta ask
white
them
is-
one by one as
Yeah.
they come in the next time. When you guys are in all white, do you feel like your dopamine levels, do you feel like your dopamine
No,
levels
I don't
dip?
think so.
or increase.
No, but so that is the association with like purity, with focus also. Yeah, so sometimes the colors also help us to indicate what we want to focus on. So your reds and your yellows and your oranges are energizing colors. So sometimes you see people putting that on and they look either
Like sunshine.
they're trying to have give themselves a little bit more energy, but sometimes they really radiate that energy.
Yeah.
Then you
Pink
have
for us.
Pink is
fusion pink.
compassion,
Yes.
sincerity, sophistication, and sweet. I got all the
You've
colors.
got
here.
all
That's
the
Kiss
colours.
Yeah.
92.
So you have green and blue, which is the calming colors.
Yeah, healing.
Which is
Yeah,
the blue,
healing.
any blue.
So most of the blue, but most of us who try to disappear will wear our navy dark,
Which is
navy
almost
blue.
black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this blue,
Yeah, so this is
royal blue.
brighter.
A
Yeah,
little
so
bit
the
brighter.
brighter colors. So the colors really help to boost
To
the
lift,
mood.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
about gold? I like gold as well.
Gold is not on the list, but I can find out. Probably like royalty.
Or
You know
yellow.
what I mean?
Yeah, so the association, right?
Yellow is creativity, happiness, warmth, and cheer.
And then we look at the structure. So something like your leather jacket, which is a little bit more structured but soft, is very comfortable.
Super
Right,
comfortable.
yeah, it's comfortable. So it's uplifting also. But if you wear something hard, if if we remember our uniform groups and they need to starch their uniform,
my God.
yo, it's horrible to wear actually. Yeah, so they feel very restricted. They feel very stifled.
Just
Yeah,
so uncomfortable hearing that, because I think some moms used to starch the uniform shirt as well.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
just reading this article yesterday because, over the weekend, because the SAG Awards were last week, right? Then you have the Oscars. Then every year you have the Met Ball, where all these celebrities try and outdo each other with outfits, right? And the kind of suffering they go through, some of the women, because they cinch their waists, their waists.
Yes.
Some can't breathe, some
Yeah.
can't walk.
Yep.
I think like Kim Kardashian had like marks on her after
Oh,
taking something off. It's just like that can't be dopamine dressing unless it's
No,
just dopamine
no.
for that one picture that they're going
No.
for on
If
the
you
red
ask me, it's the
carpet.
lack of dopamine. That's why they're doing that.
So
Yeah, but I-
cheongsam,
Yeah.
right? So if you wear your cheongsam, so I used to be very vain. I want to wear those really
Tight.
tight cheongsam, and I think I thought I looked really good in it. And when you think you look very good, you feel a bit more confident.
Yes.
but it's so uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable. See, now you see the red card.
Oh, yes, I see the red
Yesterday, someone was asking me. I'll tell you a little bit more about
Okay.
that later.
Kiss 92 traffic.
If you're on Thompson Road heading towards Newton, look out for an accident right after Marymount Road and don't head into the left lane because that's where the vehicle is. On the SLE towards the BKE after Upper Thompson Road's exit, another accident. Not quite sure which lane that one is in, but also on the SLE towards the CTE in lane 4, a vehicle's broken down before the Mandai Avenue exit. WhatsApp us if you spot anything else. It's 885550
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome back to Therapy Tuesday with Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. I was just about to explain to Gerry because Cheyenne was showing us the red card. So the meaning of the red card is basically that, okay, time's up. We've got to go for the next thing that's coming up, which
Yeah.
was traffic. Someone was asking me that yesterday as well. Simon and Ryan,
Okay.
right? They were
Ryan Giggs,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So they're like, why
Why
is
do we
she
have to-
flashing,
A
the red card?
card
It's
for Ryan Giggs is like, what did I do?
I'm like, we try and keep our top sets at 3 minutes. If that card goes up, it means shut up.
Because to him it must trigger something
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well,
it's like-
because
Yes,
that
yes.
amount of
why is
time.
why is Shalini flashing the red card, or why is Cheyenne flashing the red card? Well, that's something we've we've put
Established,
together and
yeah.
established for many years now. Okay, so Gerry,
Yes.
that's it. So
That's it.
That's it. He's red carding you right now.
What do you record
no,
me?
I mean we got to go in just a while because today we're spinning the naughty wheel and we got to prepare for that.
Ooh.
But to wrap up today's
Yes,
topic,
yes. So-
dopamine dressing.
I want to let everyone know, wear appropriately for the space, for the occasion, right? And make sure that your clothes are fitting, not too loose, not too big, not too small, not too tight, rather. Whether it is your clothes, whether it's your shoes, whether, it's anything that you wear, right? Your accessories also. Accessorize if you need to, because sometimes behind that accessory is a story to tell. And the colors, choose your colors that you need, not reflecting your down mood, or if you're feeling down or if you're feeling gloomy. So you can choose a color that is slightly brighter. And then the last one is choose your clothes that fit your goals. So if you're doing a presentation, if you're going for an award ceremony, if you are attempting to focus, choose clothes that are suitable for the occasion. Yes.
Love that.
Okay. And do anything and everything that makes you happy so you can raise your dopamine levels, right,
For
Gerry?
sure, yes.
Yep.
Okay, that's nice.
Even if you sleep in the bath.
Oh. Yeah, she gave you a nod. She acknowledged
Yeah,
your...
why not, right?
Yes. And so my quote is from Christian Louboutin.
Oh,
Because
Christian
I
Louboutin.
love
I have his
my
shoes.
heels. I don't have his shoes,
Oh,
but
really?
I love my heels.
Okay.
So he says, shoes transform your body language and attitude. They lift you physically and emotionally.
That's only because he's trying to sell you his shoes. That's all. That's why he's saying it. Christian Louboutin, available at Scott Square.
I feel good when I wear my Christian Louboutins.
Then
But
that's your dopamine
I don't want to wear them out
dressing.
all the
You
time.
want a regular
because
red sole? It's like, what is the point?
It's so cool when I bought it. I'm like, oh yeah, hey, the heels have red soles. Now my shoes have red soles as well.
I think they have these things that you can stick on the bottom to protect them as well.
I think when you buy them,
Yeah.
they have that layer
Yeah.
underneath.
But no,
I
you
took
take it off, of course. What's the point?
Anyway, thank you very much, Gerry, for joining us today.
Happy yesterday, today.
No, I said today.
Today.
I didn't say today. I said thank you, Gerry, for joining us today.
Yeah, he said today.
My hearing has gone.
Maybe I went a bit too fast there.
Yeah,
That's
maybe. Yes, happy to be here.
why. Next week, come in again.
We'll see you next week in the studio.
Okay, shall we talk about something else?
I got a text message from the boss. Gerry sounds so good.
Yeah.
Especially good when she's in the studio.
Come in next week. We'd love to see you again.
That's his way of saying, can you ask Gerry to come in every week?
Okay.
Anyway, have
We'll
a
come in next week.
yay!
1 week at a
And
time.
next week we talk about sex. Next week.
Let's talk
How
about
about
sex,
that?
baby.
Why am I always just wanting to have sex?
I like how he's putting up his hand as well.
Okay, anyway. Mona Skin is next. This is Begin on Kiss 92.